Hello and welcome to Never Seen It, a podcast about movies we haven't seen yet. My name is Trent. I'm here with my co-host Betsy.
I'm Betsy.
We're also married, by the way.
Yeah.
Today, we've been teasing this for weeks. We are starting a brand new series of movies, and I'm just going to come out and say it. We're going to watch the Twilight Saga.
All 5 movies.
And again, we always want to get this out of here. Full disclosure, I've actually seen the first one.
So yeah,
but not the rest of them.
This is going to be kind of like
when we
the
did Fast and
Furious, but sort of in reverse because you had seen several of those.
Yeah, I saw the first 5, but not the following 5.
Meanwhile, you've seen this first movie in the Twilight series.
I have
not. I have not watched these except one time, but I have watched all of these movies.
All right, so I have seen the first one once in the theater. I had an ex-girlfriend who was very much into these books and wanted to see the movie for the second time.
You went with an Uber fan.
I went with an Uber fan and I was uninterested. So,
do you remember anything about the experience?
I do not really remember anything. Other than some very minor details where... let's just get into it. It's Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart in their basically debut roles as megastars because this franchise blew up. Yeah. I think specifically, wasn't she in like Ghost Ship or something? I
don't know about that, but she was in Panic Room.
Panic Room, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
She had been in that, and she had been in a number of other things, and he had been in the Harry Potter franchise.
Yeah, he was in there. And I probably even saw him in that Harry Potter movie because I had seen Goblet of Fire before I saw any of the other ones.
Got it.
I went with someone who was a fan, who wanted to have someone to go with, so I went. And I saw Goblet of Fire before I saw anything else, and I didn't see the rest of the Harry Potter movies until years and years later, before we started this podcast. Sorry about that. Sorry, but we can't have a first time again.
I wish we could relive that because that was a glorious
Dear
experience.
Listeners, you missed out. Anyway, so Twilight, I remember, it's vampires. But they're not like the traditional vampires that you and I know and love.
They are not. These are young adult novel vampires.
These vampires don't die when they go out in the sun. They sparkle.
They sparkle.
I fucking hate that. You and I are used to the vampire movies where there's blood, there's sex, there's death.
We watched True Blood.
We watched so True Blood all the way through, and that is a fantastically terrible TV show.
Oh, it's garbage, and I love it.
We love it. So, this series, I have nothing but a blind spot when it comes to, like, the real stuff. I know, like, the Team Edward? That's his name, and Team Jacob.
Yep.
There's werewolves. Jacob is the werewolf. Yeah.
You know plenty about this
series. I know
series.
enough to know that it's not for me. But
and you saw the first one.
We're going to do it anyway. So that's the whole crux of this series. Betsy, what can you tell me about your experience with the Twilight Saga before we get into all this?
Yeah, so I have never read these books. I have never read these.
Okay.
I have seen all the movies, and I think it was more out of morbid curiosity than anything.
Fair enough.
Because I remember I got the first movie at the library soon after it came out on DVD, simply because curiosity was getting the better of me. It had been this worldwide phenomenon. People wouldn't shut up about this book. They wouldn't shut up about this movie.
This is before, like, the sequels came out?
Oh, yeah. This is literally just the first movie. And I have this distinct memory of watching it in my parents' living room because I was still living at home at the time. I was out of college, but it was before I got my own apartment. And my dad coming in and doing that thing dads do where they're totally not watching the movie, but they're completely engrossed in the movie. And having to explain what was going on in Twilight to my father. And I seem to recall he sat down and watched most of it with me.
God.
So it was one of those situations. And I remember it being fine. I don't remember liking this movie, but it was fine. And then, it's that kind of a series that once you're in it, you kind of get weirdly invested. And so I just ended up watching all of them, even though I'm not a fan. Sometimes you just, I was young, I was single, I was living alone, I had a lot of free time on my hands and nothing better to do. So I said, screw it, I'm watching all of Twilight.
I need to have this in my brain for some reason.
Oh, and these are not good movies. This is the kind of stuff.
Is this like sub soap opera kind of drama here between teenagers?
Oh yeah. So in every way we loved True Blood because it was trashy soap opera.
Oh shit, yeah.
This is like whiny emo teenager soap opera.
Fuck.
And it's like I said, it's fine, but again, I've only seen it once, so maybe my opinions will be completely the same.
Yes, I have only seen this once, and I was very disinterested. I did not want to have anything to do with it, but I was with my girlfriend at the time. She wanted to see it, so I went along with it. I did not remember really wanting to see any more of it, or I was not inclined to really want to watch any more because this was, again, in the theater. It was brand new, and she had already seen it once. Mm-hmm. So this was her second time.
Good Lord.
So, Betsy, let's get this started. We're going to go watch the first, not the Twilight.
The Twilight.
No, that's the reboot. That's the gritty, bloody reboot. No, we're going to go watch Twilight, the first of the saga. We'll be right back. And we're back. So, Betsy, was that as you remembered, or was it even worse?
I don't remember the experience of actually watching this movie. I genuinely think I only saw it the one time.
Yeah.
And most of this I only recognize because it's all the stuff that everybody knows about Twilight, so the dialogue that everybody has heard before and the couple of scenes that are kind of iconic from this movie.
It's like it's just ingrained into the culture already.
Right. So I don't think I actually remember anything about this movie. This is the very definition of a guilty pleasure. It is objectively a terrible movie.
It's like it's a cable movie. There's nobody in it that you know.
No.
It is low budget to hell.
It's cheesy the way it's shot. The dialogue is terrible.
Oh.
But all I was thinking was, ooh, this is going to be so much fun to shit talk. So that's the thing, is you have an enjoyable time because you're making fun of this. I'm going to have a wonderful time in the next 20, 30, 40 minutes, 2 hours, however long this takes.
And we were doing the same thing while we were watching it. We really do try to save our comments for the podcast.
We do.
But there's just some things, like when Edward is at the piano and he's playing some music for Bella as she's just kind of sprawled out on a couch, like teenagers do. There's a little bit of a melody in that piano playing that's the nationwide is on your side. And we both had the same exact thought.
It's the same chord progression, and he takes it somewhere else, but it starts with da da da.
It's we just look at each other what the hell are we watching?
Yeah, and I know that's not intentional, but
know.
That's just the score, and we've watched that damn Nationwide commercial so many times that we both had the same thought.
We literally heard a version of it this morning. Thank you, Brad Paisley.
Yes. So that was my whole assessment, is just rolling my eyes and just couldn't believe.
And I think
what
that's maybe why this movie has survived with the fans as well as the haters. Now, I don't consider myself a hater. I don't think this movie is god awful trash.
This isn't the worst movie I've ever seen.
This is inoffensive, but barely.
It's only almost tolerable to watch.
Yes, this is like dime store novel. This is
Yes.
teen, young adult style of romance with a little bit of danger.
Yes, it's danger and sex before you know what sex is.
Right.
And I'm so much more mature than all these other goofy teens.
You could just take this up one more, and I have to imagine that the rest of the movies are just taking it up a notch every single time until they get to the end.
Right.
Like, there's hardly any blood.
Yeah.
There's some making out. There's no, like, touchy-feely stuff
No,
yet.
it's a lot of longing looks and heavy breathing.
Some not even, like, heavy petting, because, like, when they're in her room, she's already got her pants off, by the way.
Yeah, she's like in little booty shorts or underwear or something.
She's in her underwear, yeah.
Yeah.
And he just shows up in her room like it's nothing.
Yeah.
If I was a teenage girl, okay, maybe that's a little bit different. But what I was going to say is, if I was a teenage girl and a boy that I like came into my room without me being ready for that, I don't know. I don't know how I would feel.
Well, before we dive into the movies, so we talked about this movie when we watched 50 Shades of Grey.
Yes.
Because, as I mentioned, 50 Shades of Grey was born because it was a fan fiction version of Twilight.
Yeah.
So now that you have seen both movies, do you see the parallels?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was getting total 50 Shades of vibes.
Yeah, it's Grey. It's in the Pacific Northwest. She's this mousy, sensitive little virgin, and he's this dangerous, dark man.
But they're teenagers.
And it's just how you write the characters, like what their ages are and what their roles
like
are
I said,
in the world.
There's going to be a progression here. There's no cursing at all in this movie.
These are all squeaky clean little high schoolers.
Like, this could have been rated PG.
Yes.
It might have been, for all I know.
I genuinely
It
don't
might have been,
remember.
I don't know. But seriously, like, this movie is clean.
Yes.
Except for, like, the blood that she gets on her at the end of the movie, where she gets injured.
The final scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's hardly any, like, real violence.
There's no sex. There's hardly any kissing. There's no drugs. There's very little alcohol.
There is a reference to heroin.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes, he uses that word. But yeah, this movie is cheesy and awful, and I'm ready to lay into it.
All right, well, let's get started.
Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about. So the movie starts, and Bella lives in Phoenix with her mom.
Yeah.
But her mom and her new husband want to travel, and he's like a pro ball player.
He's a minor league ball player who has to travel around the country.
They move around.
Trying to find a team to get on.
Yep, so she moves to Forks, Washington, to be with her dad for a while.
Yeah.
And clearly this is the place that she visited. This is not the place she always lived.
She's like the summer home where her dad lives, and she's been there before, but not often.
Not
and
since she was
during,
a kid, basically.
And not during the, because like they say the last Christmas that she spent there, she was 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she has not spent a lot of time here. It's a town of 3,000-ish people.
Right. With like, it's got enough people for one school, like one elementary, one middle school, and one high school.
Yes. Now, I will say it was interesting because I'm from a town of about this size, 3,000 odd people. And I guess it's because, I didn't go to the public school, but it's just her arriving is like the fucking talk of the town. It's like, there is a new person.
Right. Yeah. New meat.
Everybody knows who she is. Everybody is excited to talk to her. All the boys, like the little horny teens, are throwing themselves at her.
Yeah, because they've already like either grinded through all of the other girls who said no to them. And here's one more that they can try their hand at. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, they're all trying to stake their claim.
Right. Like, oh, she's mine. She's mine. Like, one guy even came up to kiss her in the lunchroom.
Yeah. Non-consensual.
Right. It's innocent enough, but...
Right, but she's just... Oh, God. Bella, as a character. so many things to say about this individual. So first of all, everybody in this movie is wearing colored contact lenses. Kristen Stewart's eyes are not brown.
Okay.
Robert Pattinson's eyes are not brown. None of these actors have brown eyes. And it is always really upsetting to me to see actors with the wrong eye color. Okay. I think it's less upsetting when they have blue eyes and they have brown contacts than it is when you have brown eyes and you have blue contacts, because that just looks freaky to me. But I was looking at her and I'm going, wait, she doesn't have brown eyes, does she? Because it just feels wrong somehow.
All right.
And, you know, it's just, she's just so, like, clumsy and quiet, and she doesn't dance, and she keeps to herself, and she's so smart, likes books and stuff.
It's such a cliche.
Everything about her hurts my feelings.
And I'll be honest, I was literally listening to our old podcast about, was it She's All That? She's All That, okay. I was listening to that a little bit, and it's the same character.
Oh, yeah.
It's about the same character.
The quiet girl.
About a decade apart.
The self-conscious.
The quiet, smart girl with family issues at home. Not really issues, but, like, there's some difficulties with the family.
She's got a backstory.
Right. And she's had to grow up too fast. She's a little bit too smart for her own good. And you don't know the person that I'm talking about right now. So think about that.
Right. And she's just, like, so much more mature than all these silly high school boys.
I can't be
and girls.
bothered with a dance. I can't be bothered with you going to the beach.
Genuinely, the juxtaposition between her and the other kids in this school.
Yeah.
They're all like, we're all going to go to the beach, and we're all just talking about prom.
They did the same thing, and She's All That.
Yes.
So, again, I don't feel like this movie is anything special other than you got vampires.
And the vampires are very different from other vampires in lore.
Yeah.
So they can let themselves in your house whenever they want. They don't sleep. This particular batch of vampires is vegetarian, quote unquote. Oh, that's the other thing about Bella is she's a vegetarian.
She is a vegetarian, but she doesn't throw it in your face.
No, she doesn't throw it in your face, but they make enough mentions of it to make sure you, the
here's
viewer,
your veggie
know.
burger.
Yes, and your mushroom ravioli. And the vampires sparkle. Obviously, we touched on this. And
also, that looks terrible by today's standards. That looks terrible.
So yeah, they can be out in the daytime. They don't sleep. They don't have fangs.
No.
Like at no point do any vampires sprout them. They don't even have retractable fangs.
I mentioned that while we were watching it. So I haven't seen any fangs anywhere. Like Robert Pattinson has like his incisors are maybe a little bit more.
Oh, I have a pointy tooth. Like, come on.
Right. That's not really anything. But
no.
But like, I don't know whether or not they were trying to draw attention to his teeth or not, but
there was of fangs.
The lack of, I don't know. It's just it's weird to have vampires without fangs.
And they all have like really over the top wigs. Like their hair is every single one of the people who's a vampire, save Robert Pattinson, has a wig.
Okay.
Because they all have like their hair is too blonde or too red or too black. And it just looks cheesy. It's so distracting. It's just like, we're vampires and this is how good we look.
We're fashionable vampires.
Yes, fashionable vampires.
The only thing I had to add to that, to the fangs thing, it didn't really make any sense until we saw the other vampires who actually kill people. It could be because that they don't feed on humans.
I guess maybe.
But the other vampires who do, they don't have fangs either that we see.
Right.
So that theory kind of went on in my head as soon as we saw the other ones.
So yeah, I respect the fact that you were trying to portray a different kind of vampire.
Right.
Like, I appreciate you making an effort.
But the thing is, it's vampires with the edges kind of sanded off. There's no edge to them whatsoever. There's no, like, danger. Like, the most dangerous stuff that they do is they run fast and they're like spider monkeys.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. And that's about it. That's about it. They're
Yeah.
fast, they're strong, which, I mean, hey, that's par for the course for a vampire. We also don't really get, like, all of the ways that a vampire is weak. You don't get garlic, you don't get silver, you don't get... I mean, we got the sunlight, but that doesn't make him weak. It just makes him sparkle and be self-conscious.
Yep.
And you don't get, like, the stake through the heart or anything like that. The one vampire that dies, number one, we barely see him get dead.
He's in the background.
He's very much in the background, and his head gets twisted, and they dismember him and throw him in a fire.
The way one does.
Yeah. So, clearly they've done this before, but that's the thing. We don't get all of the tropes of vampirism and how you kill them, how they live, things like that.
No.
And most vampires, I don't think they can subsist on animal blood alone. Like, they have to have human blood.
Once in a while.
Once in a while, in most other vampire fiction. So for them to go after animals instead of humans exclusively is a weird thing. But like he said, it doesn't satiate their thirst.
Right.
They're not satisfied.
No, the only weaknesses these vampires have are teenage girls.
Don't say it like that.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. That is
here's the
Edward's
deal.
weakness.
And of course, like with a True Blood kind of a fiction, there's one that is special. There's one human that's special. And what's special about Bella, Betsy?
So one of the other things about this is the vampires have other extra powers. So like his foster sister can see the future.
She gets premonitions.
Yeah. And he can read minds, and he's the only one.
Yeah.
But he cannot read Bella's mind.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what she's thinking, and it's fascinating to him.
Well, it drives him crazy.
It's irritating, but also he can't get enough.
I need to know more about you because I know everything about everybody else. I get that.
You're a mystery to me. You also
So that
smell
fascinates
amazing,
me.
and I'm addicted.
Right. And in True Blood, it's because she's a fairy, which is exactly what I yelled at the screen whenever they started talking about the fact that she can't, that he can't read her mind.
Well, and this probably was written post True Blood.
Yeah.
Because this movie came out after True Blood was on TV already, I think.
Well, and I don't know when the books came out.
Well, predated a couple of years before we got together. I call it about this time.
Sure. But again, this was around the same time there's a whole lot of vampire shit coming out.
Right. But yes, Bella starts at this school in the middle of March.
Yep.
You know, a normal time for somebody to move and...
Yeah, you don't think that, well, I guess, based on the baseball schedule,
the
that makes sense. Spring training, I get it.
But if you knew that was coming, you would have known that well before spring training began.
Yeah.
She could have started after Christmas break.
Right.
I
understand.
I know issues.
I know people who are in minor league kind of baseball things, and yes, you have to be flexible. If you really want to follow that path, you got to be flexible.
Yes.
But you got a teenage daughter, maybe don't be playing that fucking game anymore.
Well,
or do it by yourself.
It's that new we just got married situation.
Yeah.
They haven't quite worked it all out yet, which is why she moved.
I get it.
But yeah, she gets there and, you know, we're introduced to the Cullens and she's like, who's that? Oh, those are the Cullens. And let me tell you all about them. They're really weird.
Of course, it's Anna Kendrick, who is like the school gossip.
Oh, right. And this was like her first like really big role that she got noticed for. But I totally forgot that she was in this. But she's like, oh, well, they're their foster kids, but they're like together. I don't even think that's legal. You know, they're like together.
They moved here from Alaska, they said. Yeah.
And then they just keep introducing them in slow motion. And there's just like doors opening.
All these beautiful people walking down the hallway. And of course, the last one is Edward.
That's Edward. Don't even waste your time with him.
Not that I would have anything to do with that.
No.
Teehee.
None of these high schoolers are good enough for him. Not that I care. I don't even care. Why would I care?
Anna Kendrick doing her best high schooler.
She was a high schooler.
Right.
When this came out, are you kidding me?
It's true.
She's like 15 or 16 here. She a baby.
But you know what? She kind of looks the same now.
She has
incredible.
like less like round baby face, but she looks the same, yes.
Yes.
And yeah, Bella gets put next to Edward in biology class. And there's a shot where a fan blows.
She walks in front of a fan blowing. Of course, you have to have the streamers on the fan to indicate to the audience that the fan is on.
It's blowing air. And it blows her scent at him. And he is covering up his nose because it's so overwhelming.
No, that kid just had an orgasm at his desk. Come on.
He got half one anyway.
The fact that they had to do that is just, yeah.
And again, this is more like True Blood stuff where they're all like, God, you smell good. God, you taste good. It's a very... The whole thing about vampires, like, listen, we could talk at length. We could teach seminars about vampire lore. People have done it. You know, this was all created in the 1800s where people were really repressed, and this was like the most sexual thing they could come up with.
Right. It's dangerous, but it's naughty.
But sexy.
Naughty.
Vampires are dangerous and sexy, and these are no exception where they are just like, Edward is overwhelmingly attracted to her, both physically and because he wants to eat her.
And we still don't know what is special about her.
No.
Or even if there is anything special about her.
No, at the end of this movie, we don't have a conclusive answer to that. But like any good book series, they're not going to give it to you in the first book. You got to be patient.
No.
She probably didn't even know herself. She's just like, this girl isn't like other girls. She's special. Why? I don't know.
Because
I'll find
I
out
need
later.
to have a vessel for my readers to think that that's them.
Exactly.
Why do you think so many girls have been named Bella over the past 20 years?
Oh, God. That name has spiked to a point of absurdity.
Yep.
Welcome to your, what are they, 5th graders probably now?
Yep.
Every other girl in that class is called Bella. Don't do it, guys. Don't ride the wave of whatever's popular.
Do not name your children after pop culture things. Remember all the people naming their kids after Daenerys?
Oh, Khaleesi.
Khaleesi, yeah.
Yep. Or other
no,
names.
That's a crazy bitch. You don't want to name your kid after a crazy bitch.
Guys, don't name your kids after somebody who has an unfulfilled storyline.
Their character arc isn't finished yet.
You need to make sure we know the end of the story before we name them that.
Yes.
Because, if it was 2008 and we're watching this movie, you don't know what happens to Bella.
No.
Why would you name your child that? And several people did.
Oh, yeah.
There are worse choices you could make, honestly, but...
Especially if you did it in 2008.
Right.
Yeah.
And we meet some other characters along the way at this part of the movie. So we meet Jacob. So there's a reservation and there's a native group here.
And she knows this family where Jacob is from.
Yep, Jacob with the long hair, as you called him.
I call him Jacob with the long hair.
Yep, so he shows up, Taylor Lautner.
Yep.
And they give her a truck. Dad buys this beat-up old pickup truck.
Yeah.
Every girl's
from
dream.
Jacob's dad.
Every girl's dream.
Teenage girl's dream to show up at high school with an old beater of a pickup truck.
From the 1950s.
Yeah. I understand you need transportation, but that's worse.
Again, she's like, I'm not even a girly girl. I'm just going to wear flannel and drive this truck and bite my lip and touch my hair a lot. She bit her lip so much. It's like, girl, I get it. You thirsty.
I didn't even notice
the
that.
First time she turned around and looked at Edward, she's like biting her lip and looking over her shoulder, like giving him her big brown cow eyes.
Jesus, Betsy.
I told you, I just want to shit talk this movie. Because it's so extra. It's so...
The direction of all of the actors here, it's not their fault.
No.
It's the directive.
And the script is awful.
Yes.
The script is terrible. The source material is terrible. The direction is terrible. What do you expect?
But they accomplish what they were trying to do, which is establish this entire world.
Yes.
And have one little bit of danger and set up the future. So, going back to her first day at school, Anna Kendrick is telling everybody, is telling the audience who everybody is and what their story is.
Thank you, Miss Exposition.
Yes. So we've also got all these boys. We mentioned this. All these boys coming around to Bella. One of the kids works for the newspaper and wants to do a feature on her. It's like, hey, yeah, you're going to be on the front page of our paper.
Yeah,
but she wants nothing to do with it.
A new student is front page news.
Right.
That's the kind of town
this very
is.
small high school. Like, how many kids do you think go here?
I mean,
Couple
frankly,
hundred?
a couple hundred,
Yeah.
yes. I think that's what I was trying to get at, because I think there were maybe 100 to 170 graduates
Yeah.
at the public school in my small town.
Yeah.
So it can't be any bigger than that. So
Sure.
call it, 400 or 500 kids
Okay.
in total.
Fair enough. Yeah, they want to do a story on her. She's going to be on the front page, but she wants nothing to do with it. And there was another girl who was also, like, she comes to him later and takes her picture for the feature, which is clearly not happening. Mm-hmm. That girl is in Fear the Walking Dead, right?
No, she's on The Walking Dead.
That's right. She was in one of the later seasons of The Walking Dead.
Rosita or something?
I have no idea.
I don't remember her name. But yeah, she's like super scrawny teen here.
Very much a teenager.
Wearing glasses, and I almost didn't recognize her. But I was like,
Yeah.
she looks really familiar. And yeah, she's on one of the like season 7-ish of The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it for the intros.
So yeah, then we get that scene where Edward is like running away from her in the biology class, and then she decides she's gonna like confront him about it, but he stops coming to school.
We get this narration from her throughout the movie.
Her internal monologue.
Right.
Like she's a noir detective.
Well, like this movie is anything other than a book.
Yeah, they took a lot, I have to assume, of direct dialogue from the book for her inner monologue.
That's fucking lazy.
It's also terrible.
Yeah.
It's really cheesy.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's like gonna confront Edward, but he doesn't come to school.
Yeah.
And then when he finally comes to school, they kind of like start talking to each other and get flirty, and she doesn't understand. He's so misunderstood, Trent.
He's so mysterious.
Yeah, but he keeps, he's hot and cold, and he talks to her, and then he insults her, and then he says,
Right.
I'm just an emo boy, and I can't be friends with you.
Right, like, you can't be friends with me,
I'm no good for you kind of a thing, attitude.
If I were you, I would stay away from me.
Stay away from me.
Yeah,
I'm no
and then
good.
she says, like, your mood swings are kind of throwing me for a loop here, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then there's the scene, one of the scenes that everybody knows, she almost gets hit by a car in the parking lot.
Right, and that scene I did remember, because again, this is just one of those, I think that even turned into a meme.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have to have the establishing shot of him. He's so far away.
They have to establish that he is far away. They're looking at each other across the parking lot. Mm-hmm. And then they also establish that it is icy that day. Mm-hmm. And then, one of the kids loses control of their van because nobody can drive a regular-ass car in this town.
No, everybody...
Except for Edward. He drives a Volvo, which, again, is not even a regular car.
His dad's a doctor, Trent.
I guess. Still.
But yes, he runs very, very fast and pushes her out of the way.
In public.
And stops the van with his hand. He pushes the car away. So here's a stupid little story for you. So where I work has summer camps for kids, and they had a movie making course in the early years of when I worked there. And the kids decided that they wanted to make a spoof of Twilight because all these kids were just like, this movie's stupid and we're gonna make fun of it. So a bunch of like 12-year-olds made a spoof, and somebody told me about it, and the line of dialogue they shared was they recreated this scene, and the girl says, "How did you stop that car?" And he just says, "I stopped it with my brooding emotion." That came from the mind of little babies, and I applaud them for it. They're all like...
Or at least they can understand how something is... That's not a good line of dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
No.
In middle school, they knew.
Yeah.
They knew this was not well written. But But yeah, so this
the
of course,
future is bright for these
hell yeah,
Zennials.
hell yeah. And so yeah, Bella has to go to the hospital, and Edward is there, and she says, "How did you do it?" "Oh, you must have hit your head. I didn't do that. You're crazy."
Right.
And
just straight up lying to her.
And she overhears him talking to the doctor, his father, quote unquote, and Carlisle, a normal sort of name. And, and he's like, "What was I supposed to do? Let her die?" And yeah, they just keep playing this hot and cold game.
Well, yeah, she's like, you need to tell me how you did it. And he keeps coming up with different scenarios and different reasons. Oh, it was adrenaline. Just read about it.
Yeah.
Google it.
I was standing right next to you. I wasn't far away from you.
Just gaslighting her.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, they kind of keep intersplicing this part of the movie with scenes. There's some other vampires around who are actually killing people. I think at this point in the movie, we've seen them now twice.
Yeah, once or twice.
But we don't know anything about them until later on in the movie. So Bella decides she's gonna, Google her own answers to her problems. Because there's some guys who harass her, and Edward saves her.
Yeah, she goes off and on a trip to the big city,
so to speak,
to go shop for prom dresses with her friends. She's not going to go to prom.
But she's making all kinds of excuses not to go to prom.
But she really wants to go to this town because she found a book where she can do some research about this shit.
Yeah, because Jacob told her there's all these legends about the Cullen family and how they were a rival tribe.
Jacob is anything but subtle.
No, he talks about how we're descended from wolves. Now, there's no werewolves in this movie.
No.
So we don't know that detail at this point.
No.
If you just came into this movie...
Heavily implied.
Right.
Especially near the end when they're at prom, and he says, "I leave you alone for 2 minutes," and the wolves come out.
Oh, they give it to you without actually showing anything.
Oh, yeah.
And they always, every time Jacob and Edward see each other, give each other death glares.
Right. Warring clans.
Yeah, so she went and got a book about the tribe and their history, and she ends up going online and researching it more, and she figures it all out on her own. I know what you are.
The thing I wrote was, "I'm a smart teenager with the internet, and I solved the mystery of this sad boy."
It's true, though. She just Googles more things and is just looking up legends and piecing it together. And she confronts him in the woods one day, gives him a head nod and follow me.
Yeah, he keeps on saying, I feel this need to protect you.
Mm-hmm.
They go out for dinner. He doesn't eat anything.
Nope.
They have this little moment where he can, where they touch hands in the car. You're ice cold. And then, the next day at school. By the way, they never go back to school after that.
I didn't even really notice that.
They just fuck off and ditch class.
This is like most movies like this. Nobody ever goes to school. We talked about it in She's All That.
Yeah,
nobody goes to class.
Nobody goes to class. And in this movie, there's one teacher. There's one teacher.
I think there's two teachers.
Who's the other one? It's the biology teacher and who?
Oh shit!
It's the same guy. They go on the field trip to that whatever place they're doing the composting thing.
This is a biology school. They only go to biology
and there's
class.
only one teacher.
And there's only one teacher who teaches all of the students.
All right. Anyway, they ditch class, walk into the woods, and she's just going by herself.
Yeah, she literally just leaves and he follows her.
Yes.
I don't even think
like
she
a sad
tells,
puppy dog.
She doesn't say anything to him. She doesn't give him a little, hey, follow me.
Hey, let's go over here. No, they're going to walk into the woods and she's going to lay all of it out.
Right. And this is the other scene that most people know.
I am well aware of this scene.
Movie.
Yes.
It's so corny. I know what you are. You never eat.
Say it. Say it out loud.
You never eat. You're ice cold. Your eyes change color. You don't go in the sunlight. I know what you are. A vampire. You're a vampire.
Vampire.
It's so bad.
It's really bad.
Yeah. How old are you? I'm 17.
How long have you been 17?
17.
A while. Come on.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm not scared.
This scene is awful.
And he's just like, no, I want you, but I can't be with you. I need to push you away. He's like bad lassieing her, you know?
Yeah. And then he starts like jumping around and showing her what he can do.
How dangerous he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if I really wanted you, do you think that I would have any problem getting to you?
If you ran, I could catch you.
Yeah.
Look how strong I am.
Yeah, you couldn't fight me off because look how strong I am. And oh man.
Yeah. And then
she is like getting up on him.
Closer.
Getting closer.
I'm not afraid of you.
Come on. It's a girl with her first boyfriend. Mm-hmm. I want to do everything with you. I want to be with you all the time.
I don't know
what I'm doing here, but I need to do whatever it is I need to do.
Yep. Yeah. And so he's like, I need to show you, and throws her on his back.
Yoda style.
And the running. It's so bad.
It's subpar Crouching Tiger shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like where Crouching Tiger, you expect it and it looks cool. In this movie, contextually, it makes no sense and it's corny. I would rather they had just played it in fat, like sped it up. Yeah. Just run at normal speed and speed it up.
And you could see, like they did it with the other vampires, you could kind of see the shadow lines behind them of when they're moving fast. Mm-hmm. I don't know what you want to call that, but you can see when they're moving fast.
Right.
Or using their strength.
But yeah, they go up the mountain. He's like, we gotta go above the clouds.
I need to show you what I really look like. And then he opens up his shirt to show his sparkly chest.
We gotta have some skin. His bare chest. His hairless boy wonder chest. Shining bright like a diamond.
You're beautiful.
Yeah, she's just
beautiful like a monster.
Throwing herself at him.
Yeah.
And he hates what he is. No.
I'm a monster.
I'm a monster. Do you understand what I eat? Do you know what we are?
Like, yeah. I've killed people before.
Yeah. But then
I don't care.
But then they just like go for it and now they're together. But
yeah.
no kissing. And I literally, somewhere at this point in the movie, screamed like, oh God, just kiss already.
You did. She did, guys. And like the oh God, we didn't talk about this. When they first came in and they had the shot from far away when she's like laying it all out to him.
Oh God, this.
The scene, like the camera was going around him and like tilting.
And the weird just shots of trees and the woods.
They would pan up to the trees, to the sky, and to the clouds. And it just was erratic.
And we're like 40 feet away, and then we're 10 feet away, and then it's a close-up shot, and then there's trees, and then it's gray, and it's spinning, and yeah, it was weird.
It's so bad.
It was very bad. What was the point of that?
I mean, it's in a kind of an erratic emotional situation, but there are better ways to do that.
Yeah, if you were going for this is how her internal turmoil feels,
yeah,
it didn't work.
No. I needed to talk about that because Jesus.
And they do it repeatedly in this movie.
Yeah, when the action and when the tenseness gets amped up, then yeah, that's when they do it.
But yeah, so they just kind of decide they're going to be together now. And so like they go to school together. He gives her a ride and he throws his arm around her and everybody's looking at them.
Right. And when they're not going to, I guess they do go back to school that one time, but whatever. When they're not in school, they're off, like, looking off the cliffs, looking on to the ocean, and she's asking all the questions.
Yeah.
And he finally reveals, I was sick with the Spanish flu in 1918. So that is to say, he is 108 years old or something like that.
Or not quite 100 years old.
Because he was 17 when he died.
And this was like 2008 or something. It
was 2008.
So yeah, he's about 100 years old.
Yeah.
Give or take a few years.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why, because Carlisle would never do that to somebody who had another choice.
Yeah, so he was going to die, and this guy is apparently a doctor and always has been a doctor.
He took a Hippocratic oath, Trent.
That's right. So he is a part of this clan, the Cullen clan, who they decide we're not going to murder humans for our food.
Yep, we're just going to eat animals.
The blood of animals, and that's about it.
But yeah, there's just like a lot of more exposition about who the Cullens are and what they are and why they're the way they are.
Right, and we get a scene of them at his house. We meet the family, and they're gonna make Italian food for them because her name is Bella.
Specifically for Bella because she eats and they don't.
Right, and they never get to use their kitchen.
No, this is literally the first time they've ever cooked.
Yes.
And they're watching, like, some chef following the recipe. But also, did you notice they were putting bacon in it?
No.
Yeah, they were putting...
I wasn't paying attention.
They were putting bacon in the thing, and she's a vegetarian, and she can't eat the bacon.
No, I didn't get that.
So, yeah, it was like, good effort, guys. But no.
It's like, no, I already ate. That's kind of like me, though. Like, whenever I'm going to a place where I have no idea what the food is going to be, it's like, I'll eat beforehand, thank you. Mm-hmm. I'll be fine. You just do what you need to do.
Yeah, and this is the point in the movie where Edward is telling her just, you know, oh, I can read minds and she can see the future and all of that. And they all have their own little strengths and special powers.
Yeah. And we go up to his room where he has no bed.
No, because he doesn't sleep, Trent.
He doesn't sleep. He listens to a lot of music, but it's a lot of classical stuff. And then this is where we get the Nationwide jingle in their little montage.
And he says, "Hold on tight, spider monkey," and they go up the trees.
And yeah, they go off and fuck around in the trees. I don't know.
Again, there's no fucking around. There's no sex.
I'm not saying that.
This is what I'm talking about. So you could completely see the kernels of how somebody watched this and said, "I'm going to make it sexy and turn it into 50 Shades."
Sure.
Because you're just infuriated with these horny teens who are doing nothing of interest.
True.
Quit wasting my time if this is supposed to be this romantic story. Get to the kissing at least.
Right. So we skipped over a couple of things. Back before, when she was trying to figure everything out, she said something to the effect of, it's like, I don't know, my initial theory was radioactive spiders or kryptonite.
Oh yeah, and I've got just some great little notes that I took from dialogue in this movie. Like she also uses the line, I knew 3 things were true. I didn't write down the first 2, but it was like,
the first one is he's a vampire.
He might try to eat me, and then I was unconditionally and
irrevocably
in love with him.
Fuck you, kid. You're 17.
You just met him. It's so corny and bad. And yeah, like there's this sequence of them like meeting the parents and Stephanie Meyer, the author of Twilight, shows up as a guest at the cafe.
Right. It's her dad at the kitchen table cleaning his gun when Bella comes up to him and says, "I'm going to have a date with Edward Cullen." Because, of course, he knows everybody in town because he's the sheriff or whatever the fuck he is. The chief of police, whatever the fuck. He drives a sheriff vehicle, whatever. And he's cleaning his double-barrel shotgun at the table with beer cans in front of him, mind
drinking beer.
At, like, who the hell knows what time of day any of this stuff is?
No.
Because it's all gray.
All the time.
Everything is gray. Yeah, cleaning his gun with beer cans in front of him, and she says, "Yeah, I'm gonna go on a date," and then with the gun, come on,
bring him in.
All right, let's meet the boyfriend.
Yeah, and it's somewhere around here that she's like on the phone with her mom, and Edward just appears in her bedroom.
Right.
Again, uninvited, just shows up, doesn't need an invitation, and he's like, "I like to watch you sleep."
Like, come on,
because I don't sleep.
That's fucking creepy.
I stand in your bedroom and watch
fascinating.
you. It's fascinating. And then they get kissy, and he has to push himself away and says, No, I can't ever lose control with you. Because, like horny teens, she immediately like starts climbing all over him.
Right.
And yeah, that's like 2 seconds of kissing, and then that's all you get.
That's all you get, guys.
That's it.
Wait until the sequels.
Mm-hmm. But after she introduces him to Dad, they decide they're going to go play baseball.
Baseball is an American tradition.
It is.
But they have to wait until there's a thunderstorm, Betsy.
Why? Why do they have to wait until it's a thunderstorm, Trent?
Because apparently they make a whole lot of noise when they play.
They hit the ball so hard that it cracks like thunder. And, this is the other scene that most people know because we get Muse, their song Supermassive Black Hole.
Yeah, and I knew that song. I didn't know it was from this movie.
Oh,
for sure.
yeah. I think that band had been around for quite a few years, but this movie kind of pushed them over the top because of this scene.
Yeah. And of course, this is where shit all goes sideways. Because there's this other clan of vampires who don't give a fuck about these vegetarian vampires.
Yeah, you were saying, like, a couple scenes before this, you were like, I'm having trouble understanding what the end game here is in this movie.
Right. It was when they were going up to Edward's house. Mm-hmm. I said to Betsy, I just don't know where's the escalation of tension here. What's the end,
conflict?
What's the conflict? What's the end of this movie look like? Because up to this point, there's nothing. It's just people going to school, dating, and the complications of being a vampire and
hormones and teenagery.
Sure. And here is where it gets introduced.
Right.
Because, like I said, we have this other group of vampires who kill people for their feed and for sport, I guess. Mm-hmm. And they show up and say, hey, we were just kind of passing through. They know that the two murders that we haven't even really talked about, the two murders that happened were caused by them. Mm-hmm. And the girl says, oh, yeah, the humans had our scent, our tracks, but we led them east. So you're welcome. And we're moving on.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're like, oh, well, you got room for 3 more? Can we play baseball? Because, of course, they all know Bella is human. Bella cannot be around these vampires. And they kind of huddle around her and protect her.
Right.
And they're about to get away.
And then there's a gust of wind.
That's right, Trent.
That one of the guys, the blonde vampire.
James?
Is that his name?
The vampire.
He gets a whiff of her, and then that's it.
And he would have let it go, but Edward overreacted.
Sure.
And then the whole movie just goes to 11 very quickly.
Right.
Because this whole time we've just been like chilling and in love and whatever.
Uh-huh.
And now he is a hunter and a tracker and he's going to get you and he'll do it for sport and he loves the thrill of the chase and we have to get you out of here.
And I think when we're talking about vampire fiction, this is kind of a unique thing where different vampires have different abilities, mm-hmm. different strength levels. In like True Blood, we keep talking about True Blood. In that movie, it's based on your age is how strong you are. If you're a much, much older vampire, you can overcome any other vampire, period. You just can based on your age. Skill level, however, you can, if you've can get a stake into someone's heart, you win.
Yeah, there was no staking in this movie.
No, but yeah, this hunter vampire, they keep talking about how good he is as a hunter.
Who we've never met.
No, he just waltzes in after he kills this guy on the boat.
Yep.
And
we get one introductory scene, and then they establish him after this scene as the most dangerous vampire we've ever seen.
Right. So they basically huddle around Bella, get her out of town. They go back to their house, to their compound. They start prepping her to get out of town, mm-hmm. and they've got this scheme to like take her clothes so that the scent of her clothes will follow them, and then they're gonna take her back to Phoenix.
Yeah, so 2 of the vampires go with her all the way back to Phoenix.
Right.
Which from Washington is
that's a long way.
2-day drive.
That's a long way.
At least.
And that just happens in the course of a minute in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
They just are there. They don't establish that they're driving, except for when she's on the phone, she calls her mom and leaves a message.
Right. And I mean, they don't sleep, so I guess those are the best travel companions.
It's true. It's true.
She could sleep in the back seat and they'll get you there.
Right. So that whole sequence just kind of was a little confusing. I almost wanted to go backwards in the movie and rewatch it because I just don't know how they got from there to there.
It comes out of left field. Again, I blame the writing on this because they're having a nice time playing baseball and then all of a sudden
Shit hits the fan.
Bella is the target of this vampire and he will never, ever, ever let her go.
Yeah, so we decide we need to kill him.
Yes, we have already established we need to kill him.
From baseball to murder.
And we're gonna kill him and rip his body up and burn him.
Yeah.
Because that's, in this world, apparently how you kill a vampire. There's no staking, and there's no sunlight. That's what we do.
Right.
And they all go back, and again, it just goes to 11. Like, he finds her, he goes to her school and gets her records, and he knows she's in Phoenix, and he finds her mom's house. And
gets a tape of her at this recital.
And he lures her to her ballet studio from when she was a kid.
Right.
And again, vampires usually traditionally don't have reflections. These
Sure.
vampires do.
Okay. Yeah.
So nothing strange about that.
We also get the sister having her premonition about the ballet school.
Yep, so
About
she
him
knew where
being,
he would go.
being around a lot of mirrors. We kind of skipped over the fact that they had to trick her dad into letting her go.
Oh yeah, she like says, I'm just gonna waste my life the way mom wasted her life.
Right.
And, like, hit him where it hurts. Like,
Yeah.
she picked the worst fucking thing to say to him.
Yeah, just to let her go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, the vampire gets Bella, breaks her damn leg. He just grabs the leg and shatters it.
Yep, because he's very strong.
He's very strong. She gets cut, and the dude, I guess, does he actually get... I know he bites her.
He bites her wrist and starts to attack her, but that's when Edward shows up.
Yeah.
And he's alone because he got there first because he's the fastest.
Right.
He
And
ran all the way from Forks. God damn it, Trent. He loves her so much.
Yeah. So yeah, he gets there first, and then they have their little fight, which is fine for it is.
They throw each other through a lot of glass. There's a lot of glass windows, and as we have spoken before, if there's a lot of glass and there's going to be a fight, you can bet your ass that shit's getting shattered.
You're right.
And yeah, it just sort of turns into this thing where she's convulsing on the floor because vampires have venom.
That's how they get turned, Betsy.
I guess. So Edward has to suck the venom out, but his fear is he won't stop. He won't be able to stop himself.
And like, this is like very anticlimactic to me.
Oh yeah, it just sort of ends. This whole sequence,
the father's
they just
there,
threw in there.
The father's there and is like very calmly telling Edward, find the will to stop, and he just says it in such a calming voice, like that's gonna do anything.
And meanwhile, she's bleeding out, and these vampires are able to control themselves.
Yeah. But like, even like the sister had a little, like she
kind of licked her fingers, tried to.
Oh, she like got it up to her nose and like almost did.
Yeah, she was smelling it.
So that kind of gives you a little bit of a clue that it's not all on the level with them.
They're on a razor's edge.
Yes.
Because
they're still vampires,
They
guys.
are very much still vampires, and they are animalistic in that they could turn at any second.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's kind of what they established at the beginning of the movie, because when we meet Edward, he has black eyes, and I assume it's because he had not eaten recently.
I suppose.
Because the next time we see him, he's been gone a few days, and now he has like gold eyes.
All right.
So, yeah, but we just kind of have this big fight scene out of nowhere. It's all of maybe 10 minutes of the entire movie.
Yeah.
They defeat him. They rip his head and rip him apart and start a fire in the dance studio.
Yep.
And burn him up. And he's gone.
Yeah.
End of threat.
And then she wakes up in a hospital.
And he does the same thing again, like, no, you need to go to be with your mom so I can't hurt you anymore.
But no, she wants to stay there with him, and it doesn't matter how much danger I'm going to be in.
She's like, don't even talk to me about that. Don't even say things like that to me.
Because you're 17 and you can make decisions like this.
Yes, I am an adult. I am a woman, and I'm in love with this vampire, Trent. And so he's like, okay, cool. And they go back to Forks, and they go to the prom.
Because, of course, that's how you need to end this movie.
Well, right, but not without Jacob showing up.
Jacob shows up
issue a warning.
with an untucked dress shirt and tie. Just says, my dad came over here, and he's like, oh, when in reality, this is like some serious shit to them. Like, he's really playing this up.
He won't tell her the truth.
Yeah.
About why he's saying this, but he's like, my dad paid me $20 to come and tell you that
$20.
you need to break up with your boyfriend. So
We'll be watching you.
We'll be watching. Quote, we'll be watching you.
Who the fuck cares?
Are you saying this to threaten her?
Right.
Or protect her?
Right.
Because that's a weird thing to say to a teenage girl.
Yeah. So yeah, that whole thing is weird. I know there's going to be more of this later. There's going to be some back and forth between those two.
We haven't gotten to the whole Team Jacob thing yet. And yeah, they have this moment where they're dancing in the gazebo and she's just like, I know what I want and I want to be like you. And
why did you suck the venom out? You could have let me turn and I would have been able to be with you.
And we could be happy.
Yeah, and he says, well, isn't having a long life with me enough?
For now, Trent.
She says, for now.
For now.
But then next year when you both graduate, you're going to have to move away again.
Yeah, the joke that we matriculate a lot.
Yeah.
And of course, that's the word he uses, matriculate.
Uh-huh.
That is the old-timiest way to say graduate high school.
Yes. Which I did like that art piece they had with all the mortar boards.
Yep.
That was a really cool piece.
An inside joke, if you will.
Yes. But yeah, she says, yeah, I want you to do this, please do this, and she like leans back and he says, no. He essentially says, no, that I'm not going to turn you into a monster like me. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they are on very much different paths here. Yep. They're just having this little moment at prom.
Yeah.
And then we zoom the camera back out, and it's that other vampire lady who is watching them. And
so there's still danger. She's still a threat.
Yeah, vampires are still a threat.
That's right. Yeah, and there's this whole conflict because Edward is full of teenage self-loathing, and Bella is full of hormones and something else she wants to be full of.
I don't know how like vampire sex in fiction is very strange. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know how that really works, but
and it's different in every piece of fiction.
Every single fiction is going to be different. With True Blood, it's just, hey, there we go, it's all fine.
Yeah. Everyone has sex with everybody all the time.
There's no babies involved because there's no stuff to make babies in there. It's all just blood. Mm-hmm. And you need blood to have sex. So there's blood. Blood!
Stop saying blood!
But
so yeah, do you have any other thoughts, comments, notes that were particular gems in this?
It's all a gem.
Everything I was writing down, I might keep these notes because these are charming thoughts.
You need to say the one of them.
Oh yeah, one of them I didn't talk about, but I just said breathing heavy in a meadow full of flowers. Yeah, and shit like that. It's just. Yeah. It's so awful.
It's such a buzzkill or a cock block or whatever you want to call it. Like when they're up in the trees and they admit everything to each other, the camera just pans up to the clouds and you think that they're going to do some sexy times, but in reality they just kind of walk back down and lay in a meadow.
Yeah.
That's it.
This movie's a whole cock block.
That's going to be the end of this one, Betsy. I feel like I'm trying to compare this movie to 50 Shades in that I was still interested to see the rest of the 50 Shades saga.
You were intrigued.
I was intrigued, even though that fucking movie is awful. This is a similar thing. I want to see where this goes. Mm-hmm. And I kind of know where the full story goes. Yeah. But I don't know any of the beats. I don't know who else gets introduced. I know they get married. I know they have a kid. I know all this other shit.
You don't know when.
I don't know how or when or why or any of that stuff. But eventually we get there. Mm-hmm. But like how they get there, I assume they leave school. Yeah, in some capacity.
After this movie, it's all downhill from here because you have no idea.
I know nothing other than what I just said.
Yep.
Like the huge beats, I know those, but shit, I don't know anything else.
But you're gonna get to experience it all, Trent. We're doing the whole series.
We are doing the whole series. We have committed to this. The next 4 episodes. We're not taking breaks in between.
Hell no, we're getting through this bitch.
All 5 in a row on this goddamn podcast. So, if you want to talk to us about this here saga, please email us at neverseenitpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter, neverseenit_pod. If you want to support all these bad decisions we're making, please click the link in the podcast description. Go to the page on Anchor and throw us a buck there. If you can't do that, just share us with your friends. Tell them that we're doing Twilight. Send it to all. What's the word for a diehard Twilight fan? A twihard.
A twihard. I think that's right.
God damn it! How did I know that? Send it to all your Twihard friends and tell them, hey, these two knuckleheads are watching all of the Twilight movies.
Defend this nonsense.
Or don't.
Change my mind.
Or don't.
Or don't.
I don't care.
Tell me that you love it despite everything I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you know it's garbage.
Did we miss something that makes it good? Please point that out. But yes, that is the end of this episode. Betsy, I want to thank you for agreeing to do this because this was my idea. By the way, this was my idea.
You are a glutton for punishment, Trent.
If nothing else. Hey, I made you watch all 10 Fast and Furious movies.
Oh, yes, we did do that,
and we're going to watch all of Twilight. So, that is the end of this episode of Never Seen It. My name is Trent.
My name is Betsy.
And we will catch you next time with another Twilight movie.
Bye, guys.